For our tour today, we're going to run the old post office route from Corydon to Mauckport, or vice versa. That where I'm standing, this was the Corydon post office when I was a kid. We're in downtown Corydon on Elm Street. Spear Spencer was appointed Corydon postmaster on January 10, 1811, and the post office was officially established on April 4th, 1811. For a number of years, a stagecoach brought mail from Corydon, but the heaviest mail had to come in by river. Here's the route that the mail traveled from the Ohio River to Corydon through the post offices located between Mauckport and Corydon. Mauckport, Glidus, Central, Cedarwood, and Corydon. And we're going to visit all those stops on our tour today. Continuous postal service has emanated from a variety of locales in Corydon. See one here behind me on Elm Street, used to be over on Chestnut Street, today is located on Highway 62 West. The zip code for Corydon is 47112. Our first stop after Corydon is Cedarwood. Cedarwood was a post hamlet in Harrison County, 24 miles west by south of New Albany and 9 miles north of the Ohio River. Cedarwood's location was in the northwest quarter of section number 24 in range number 3. Located west of Iris in Harrison Township in the neighborhood of school number 13, familiarly known as Buskirk School in Harrison Township. Cedarwood had a post office from 1871 to 1905. Cedarwood Community News. A post office has been established at John W. Rose, 4 miles south of Corydon, with Mr. Rowe as postmaster at a salary of $12 per annum. The office will be called Cedarwood. Our next post office stop is here in front of the post office at Central. Central was platted on May 31st, 1890 by William Smith. It is located midway between Corydon and Mauckport. The town served as a central point for Harrison County mail delivery, hence the name Central. It is sometimes called Central Junction because of its location at the junction of the New Amsterdam and Mauckport roads. It originally consisted of 15 lots and 2 parallel streets covering 5 acres. Longbottom and Hardsall store is located in Central. The Bethel United Brethren Church, founded in 1831 by Reverend John Lopp, has evolved into Bethel United Methodist Church. Central's first postmaster was Charles B. Kopp. The Central Post Office was established on October 2, 1879 and discontinued on August 13, 2011. Central zip code is 47110. Now we've reached Glidus. Glidus, sometimes called Glidus Quarter, lies 2 miles north of Mauckport on Old Highway 135 at the intersection of Hillcrest Drive and Glidus Road between Mauckport and Corydon. It served as a trading post to collect farm products for export on the Ohio River at Mauckport. All that remains, you see standing behind me, to mark Glidus today is a large water tank that serves as a pumping station for the South Harrison Community Water Corporation. The Glidus Post Office operated from 1899 to 1905. The town was named for the 2-year-old daughter of the first postmaster, Charles Miller, who was appointed in 1899. She was always known as Glidus, Gladys, although her name is spelled Glidus, Glidas, like the water tank, on her birth certificate, and she is listed as Glidus on the 1900 U.S. Census. And we have now made it to our final stop on our post office tour. We're standing at the Mauckport Post Office, although in 1850 it bore the name of Newmarket. But as there was another town and post office by that name, the name was changed back to Mauckport. The Mauckport Post Office was established on December 24th, 1827, when Henry Fabrique was appointed first postmaster. Mauckport Post Office continues operations and has now been converted to a remotely managed post office under the direction of the postmaster of the Corydon Post Office on January 26, 2013. Mauckport's zip code is 47142. I would like to just share some general post office history. This book is definitely not a post office history, but in many cases, that was the only primary documentation that this town existed. The United States Postal Service is based on an organized system of delivery. Necessarily, post offices were strategically placed so mail could be delivered along convenient routes. Many small town post offices were created just to fit the post office routes. This is the important point to bear in mind, that these small post offices were not brick and mortar buildings, built especially for and dedicated to the mail. Instead, they were located in private homes, businesses, mills, etc., which often changed with the postmaster, although some families kept the post office in the family for decades. I hope you've enjoyed our post office tour from Corydon south on 135 to Cedarwood, Central, Glidus, and ending up here at the Mauckport Post Office, which continues to operate today.